Hello all, and welcome back to Geek, Feng, Shui. I'm your host and game master, Bob Sellers, Jr. Shout out to our friends at Chaotic Good Brewing here in Castle Manorville, under pressure in Golden Valley, south by southeast of beautiful Pine Island. If you're not in any of these areas, consider visiting, moving here, or checking out venues of similar nature in your neck of the woods, where it's family, pet, kid, fun-friendly places where you can chillax, kick back, and just enjoy a quiet environment, not the dank, dark, noisy sports bars by any means. And yes, you can bring your pets. If you find them there and you're not, well, that just tells you something about where they like to be. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website, geekfengshui.com, and of course this channel, which we appreciate every like, subscribe, and setting of the bell. And on Sunday mornings, you can find yourself doing yoga. Got it good here in Castle House. I have to throw that in for Molly. And no, they don't reimburse me or pay me anyway for saying good things because they don't have to. I go there and I enjoy all three places.
Greetings.
What do you have today?
Thank you for...
Have you got a con?
Fine. Remember, I do it.
I'll see you later.
Go with your...
To touch on what I was talking about yesterday, is the Convicting a Murderer. If you ever watched the Netflix series Making a Murderer, thought you knew everything, well, you didn't know nothing, because that was a complete fabrication of the evidence. I can say that with a clear conscience because they edited creatively and quite purposely a lot of the videos and court stuff. And what's funny is Convicting a Murderer shows the video from the original Making a Murderer and the actual way it was in court. It's amazing the extent that it was unfortunately two women, so it sounds like I'm picking on women. I'm not. The two creators of that Making a Murderer went out of their way to tilt everything towards the making the Avery, the main protagonist, making him look like he's a innocent person when it's been proven well beyond a shadow of a doubt that something bad happened and he was involved. The extent of which we argued to the end of time. But the funny part is I came out of that Making a Murder and I just despised that particular town. I will kid you not. I was like many of the truthers, as they call it, I guess. And I grew up in Wisconsin, but it's like these southern, small towns. It's like in Texas. Weird things happen in small towns. Well, anyway, after this series, where they showed that there was nothing nefarious going on as much as they want you to believe in Making a Murderer. And if you see everything as it was supposed to be, you will find that they really sold a bill of goods, and they won awards for it. That's the sad part. Netflix told them to make it more entertaining, to change this, that, and the other, and then they say, well, we didn't do anything there. Well, yeah, they did. I like Netflix, but it did make the genre of true crime a big thing, because I really started watching more and more of it. But the thing you have to watch out for is documentaries. You'll see documentaries about gaming, nature, and everything else, and you assume the documentarians that are making it are giving you a even view. And in this particular case, it was not. I don't want to say it was 50% true, because that might be generous. But yeah. The saddest part is a young lady lost her life. A very gruesome way. And her family suffered through this, both making a murder and convicting a murderer rehashing stuff. And then you have the I don't think he's a nephew, was convicted, and he could have gotten off with a plea deal. And the family would not let him do it. Which speaks volumes to them and their need to you know that one of them is going to prison for a while. You should think you'd want to try to do some effort to save the younger one, but no, they don't. Now there's lawyers involved that are trying to do the appeals, and they lost on the appeals because they can't bring up anything that hasn't already been done and proven or disproven. And when they did have stuff that they could have, they don't want to test it. Because it would have been bad.
Lead me. Be my eyes.
Yeah, it was sad all the way around. The city suffered, the law enforcement suffered, unjustly, as it turns out. And there's people to this day that get told to their guns that, yeah, they planted all that stuff and it's innocent, it's driven stuff. Well, no, he's not. But yeah, I came out of Making a Murder and firmly believing at that time it was as corrupt as $3 bill. But after watching everything else going on there, I realized what they had to work with and what they were doing, and no, that's not the case whatsoever. Did they do things wrong? Yes, that they could have done better. It doesn't mean they did anything illegal. They were a small town dealing with a big crime and a big environment, and they were overwhelmed. It's not like I said yesterday in my video. It's not. I'm blessed to be in an area where even in our county our city had an issue. They could rely on the county to come in and help. We have the city with the Minnesota BCA nearby. There's a lot more options for us here than they had there. I'm not just saying that because we're Minnesota and they're Wisconsin, but
I would like to see what you have in stock.
Perfect. I'll happily take these. Only a fool would pass this up. There is always more where that came from. Done shopping for the day?
I'm off.
Until next time, Eivor.
I may or may not be able to get some World of Warcraft videos going. I'm watching the pups and they get tired of being left alone, particularly after it gets dark out. So anyway, on that note, we're going to suggest that you check out Chaotic Good Brewing here in Castle Manor, Under Pressure in Golden Valley, South by Southeast in beautiful Pine Island, and Under Pressure in Golden Valley. Under Pressure, yeah. Let me try. Chaotic Good in Castle Manorville, Under Pressure in Golden Valley, South by Southeast in beautiful Pine Island. See, even I can get mixed up when I'm talking about stuff here. Our venues are similar family, pet-friendly, fun-friendly places that even involve yoga on Sundays. You're not judged if you drink before, during, and after. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website at geekfengshui.com, and of course this channel, which we love every like, subscribe, and setting of the bell. Have a good one.